Rachel Reeves' first budget has absolutely clobbered small businesses, disproportionately so in fact, much more than larger businesses are affected. In this video, I'm going to share with you what we are doing as a small business, employing a small handful of people, and what measures we're already doing to counteract some of the nastiness that is in this budget. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. We put out new videos each and every week, all dedicated to keeping you on top of your property investing game. Now, the budget has been and gone, and I've had a chance to reflect on a few things, and this is the first of a series of videos on my reflections on the budget. But life goes on, business goes on, work goes on. I'm actually here in a newly refurbished flat that's just coming to the end of the building works, where we've basically made 4 new one-bedroom apartments in a former office building. I'll show you a little bit of B-roll throughout this video, but I'll do another video on this project and why it makes so much sense a little bit later on. Now, this is meant to be a budget for growth. Growth will come from businesses going out there and doing what businesses do best. But this government seems to know zippo about business. There are 402 Labour MPs, of which only 9 of them have actually run a business. 9 Labour MPs out of 409 of them have actually run a business. The current business secretary is Jonathan Reynolds. Now, this is a chap who, before becoming an MP, has had a job at least. He works for the local council. He's never even worked in a private business, let alone run one. In fact, no one on Labour's front bench has ever come near running business. So how can we expect them to understand or have any comprehension of the needs and the issues of running businesses? What this government seems to be doing is treating all businesses with the same broad brush. Well, more like a blunt stick, actually. So whether you are Tesco or a small hairdressing salon employing a couple of people, you're treated in the same way. And that, of course, cannot be right. Now, let me explain what they've done in this budget. Rachel Thieves is looking to steal 40 billion in taxes out of the economy. 25 billion of that is coming from businesses. And the main way she's getting that money out is by increasing the amount of employers' national insurance contributions. Now, that's gone up to 15%. So 15% of an employee's salary, the employer will have to shell out in employers' national insurance contributions. Now, previously, there was always a threshold, and that threshold was set at £9,000. So if your employer NI contributions are less than £9,000, you wouldn't have to pay anything. And that was designed to help small businesses, starter businesses, in employing their first 1, 2, 3 people. Because if you're employing a couple of people on normal wage, then you probably wouldn't be paying employers NI at all. So it was to help small businesses grow, to get out of that space where they're a one-man band and start to employ their first person. But that threshold has been brought down from £9,000 to £5,000. So you can see that's not going to have any effect on Tesco, but it's going to have a massive effect on the small-time entrepreneur who's looking to take on their first employee. The other thing they've done, of course, is they've increased the national living wage. It's a 6.7% increase, 3 times that of inflation, and it puts our minimum wage at £12.21, which is the highest in all the G7 countries. Now, of course, this doesn't necessarily mean employees are going to get more in their pay packet, because those thresholds, those income tax thresholds of 12.5k and the band that you start paying 40% tax have remained the same. So more and more people are going to be dragged into a higher tax bracket. Now, as a small business, another thing people are worried about is the workers' rights bill that's coming. You know, we've had the renters' rights bill, workers' rights bill is on its way, which could put further barriers and further disincentives to employing people here in the UK. So what do you do about it? Well, as a small business, one thing we have done is, and many businesses are doing this, and I encourage you guys to think about this, is think about what tasks and activities need to be done in your business and where they can be done from. If you don't need someone sitting in an office full-time here in the UK, then outsource it somewhere else. Now, I must tell you about something that happened literally last week in our property business. So a property became vacant in between lets, and one of our property admin staff is looking to arrange a end of tenancy clean. So she's ringing up the cleaning company. It's a flat in London, and she's booking that cleaning job in. It turned out over the phone call, they live round the corner from each other. Our admin property manager lives round the corner from the cleaning company's administrator who's scheduling all the jobs. But round the corner is in Manila in the Philippines. Both these people, our property administrator is in the Philippines, booking a cleaning job for a flat in London to a cleaning company whose booker and scheduler is also in the Philippines, booking that job for this flat to be cleaned in London. This is the way that small businesses and large businesses are responding to this. So if this government continues to make it harder for small businesses to employ people in the UK, this sort of outsourcing trend is just going to continue. So if you don't need boots on the ground in the UK, then these are the sort of things that you guys need to be doing. Because you can only grow your business, you can only grow your property business if you have a team around you who can help you grow by doing some of the work. And of course, this is getting easier. This is getting easier and easier with the advent of AI, with tools like ChatGPT. You can actually create your own customized GPT for your own business. So we have done things where we've put in a lot of our rules and policies and procedures into a custom GPT that our staff located offshore can then basically access and respond to calls and queries in line with all our policies, because it's all in a custom ChatGPT engine. And these sort of technologies, by the day, are becoming more and more in the reach of not just large businesses, but small businesses, one-person bands as well. And you know, what's just around the corner is even more incredible. They've already got, and I've got this video here of this amazing piece of technology. This is a robot which is stacking supermarket shelves in a supermarket in Japan. Now, the guy who is operating that robot is basically based in the Philippines wearing a headset. So you don't even have to be present to stack a shelf. And guess what? What some of these guys are doing at the moment is they are using these guys to basically train the AI, which is then going to power the robots to be able to do this shelf stacking without having an operator with a headset. So what am I saying here? We've got a rampantly socialist government. Rachel Reeves, in her office in number 11 Downing Street, above her desk, she's actually installed a picture of a woman who founded the British Communist Party. So that's the direction of travel of these loons. Keir Starmer himself, in his teenage years, spent some summer months working in a Soviet youth camp or something like that in Eastern Europe. So this is what these nut jobs are about. And it's going to be like this until the next election. So what you guys have got to do, if you're going to grow your business, you're going to need a team around you. And now more than ever, you're going to have to look at locating as much work as possible outside the UK, getting things done efficiently and cost effectively without the shackles of this socialist over-regulation that we're going to get here in the UK. Keep up to date with trends on AI and use them to your advantage to make your operations slicker, meaner and better. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you using outsourced staff around the world? Are you using AI in your property businesses? Let me know in the comments below. And I'd also appreciate your thoughts on anything I've said down here as well. Subscribe for more. See you guys soon. The Baker Street Property Meet is the UK's largest and #1 property investors networking event. The property market is going through monumental change right now, and at Baker Street Property Meet we aim to keep you up to date with the latest tips and tricks and insider tactics
to help you keep on top of your property investing game and succeed in these troubled economic times. The Baker Street Property Meet is fundamentally about networking, because it's not what you know, it's who you know. And at Baker Street, we aim to connect you with the people to make your property journey a monumental success. There's no better place to be to further your property investment journey than the Baker Street Property Meet. So make sure you're here, you're connecting with myself and Andrew Roberts, our expert guest speakers, and 300 passionate property people each and every month. See you at the next meet. Get your spot at bakerstreetpropertymeet.com.